Hello everyone, I hope all of you are having a great time and welcome to day 4th of Remember Lead Code Challenge. Even before starting today's session, let me just wish you guys a very happy and prosperous Diwali. I just got free from the Diwali engagements at home and I thought of making the video right now. Apologies if you have been waiting for the video, but I have gone through the question. The question seems pretty easy to me and I hope it was the same for you. So without much ado, let's talk about today's question. Today's question is sum of left leaves. In this question, we are given a binary tree and we need to return the sum of all the left leaves that are present in the binary tree. Pretty simple and straightforward question. Let me just explain the question as well as the solution in the PPT itself. So moving on to the PPT quickly. Let me just take a pen. Sum of left leaves, lead code 404. It's an easy level question on lead code and I also feel the same. The question says return the sum of left leaves. So I have highlighted 2 points here. The element that needs to be added into our sum is the left and the leaves. So let's try and identify those in this tree. There are 2 left leaves that exist. One is this one, the other one is this one. The sum of these 2 elements is 24 and this becomes the answer. 9 plus 15 is 24. So how do we solve this question? The question itself gives a hint that we can do a DFS traversal or a pre-order traversal. So you check what is the current state of the node. If the current state of the node is a leaf node and it was a left child, then we add it to our result. The other caveat is the left child identification. So how do we do that? We can pass a Boolean flag while traversing across its child nodes whether the upcoming node was a left child or the right child. Let's talk about it by the same example. So right now we are at 3 and this was not the left child, so false will be passed here. And let's walk through across the other 2 nodes. We move towards its left child, so this is the left child. Will pass true here, so we'll pass 9 comma true. And what do we see? We see that this is a leaf node. Leaf node identification is pretty simple and straightforward. We see that the Boolean parameter is left child is true here, so we add it to our result. So we can take a global variable and we add 9 to it. 0 plus 9 becomes 9. This becomes the answer. Let's move on to its right child. Since it's a right child, we'll pass false in its recursive function and we'll have 20 comma false passed. So it's neither the left child nor a leaf node. We'll contain the process on this part of the subtree. So from here we'll go towards the left child. Since it's a left child, we'll pass true here and 15 will be passed as the left child. We can see that the value of the Boolean flag is true and this node is the leaf node. That means we need to add it to our result. So we add 15 to the result. It becomes 9 plus 15, which is 24. Let's continue the iteration. Next we move towards its right child and the Boolean parameter that will be passed would be false. So we pass in 7 comma false to the recursive call, and it's although a leaf node, but the Boolean parameter says false, so we'll not add it to our result. We have completed the iteration across the entire tree. The value that is held in the global variable is 24 and that becomes the answer. So the leaf node identification is pretty simple and straightforward. Both the children should be null, and the left child identification is done by passing a Boolean parameter as we progress across both the children of the root node. Let's talk about the coding section now. I have created a Boolean global parameter total. If my root node happens to be null, I return 0 from it. Otherwise, I go and iterate over the sum of root leaves helper method. It accepts 2 parameters, one the root node and the other one identifying whether it is a left child or the right child. Since it was a root node, we'll pass in false to it. And in the end, we simply return the total value that has been updated after the traversal. So the crux of the problem lies in writing this helper method correctly. Here I have written if root happens to be null, I abort the process and return back. Otherwise, I go and check if the is left parameter is true and the current node into consideration happens to be a leaf node. I add the roots dot value to the total global variable and we return from there. Otherwise, we go ahead and iterate over its left child and the right child. While iterating over its left child, we pass in true. While iterating over its right child, we pass in false. And in the end, we simply return back. Let's try this up. And in case if you are hearing the sound of crackers getting bursted, it's coming from outside. Folks in my society are bursting crackers right now, so let them celebrate Diwali, although I personally don't like and favor bursting crackers. But anyways, can't stop it. The time complexity of this approach is order of n. You are traversing all the nodes once, and the space complexity would be order of log n, equal to the depth of the tree. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. And in the end, I would like to wish you guys a very happy and prosperous Diwali. Have a great year ahead.